You know what you can do? What could you use right now to help you remember some of these things? Angel?
Go back into your notes and look at them.
Well done. What do you think? Is that a pretty good suggestion?
That's a pretty
Alexis?
good suggestion.
So, why don't you open that up? Take a
Sorry,
look.
I had a loose tooth here. She's getting mad.
Sean, would you follow through on that suggestion? Open up that folder and take a look. Now, I want you to take a look at that folder. Look at some of the papers. Look at what you wrote. Read. Besides looking at it, read. And I'm going to give
This
you.
one?
Take a look at your notes. What you wrote down. The
Where-
graphic organizers that you used.
This
And I'm
one?
going to. There you go. Excellent, Alexis. Now, quietly, I'm going to give you 1 minute to read through as much as you can to refresh your memory. Go ahead. Ready, set, go. You have 10 seconds. Okay, papers down, hands down, eyes on me. Landon, how are you?
Good.
I saw you working hard over there and reading quite a bit. You want to just share with everyone here what you read? Thanks, go ahead.
Beaver hats are popular in Europe.
Excellent. Alexis, do you have something you'd like to share?
Yes. That hole in the roof. The Iroquois put hole in the roofs for smoke to come from the indoors fire pits.
Awesome. That's a very good technologically sound engineering feature to put into their homes. I have that in my house. I have a fireplace.
I'm
Have
a big.
chimney that goes out, so it takes all the smoke out of the house, right? Puts it out in the chimney and outside the house. Well done. Would you share something with us that you read? Just relax. Just think about it. Okay? And I'm going to come back to you in just a minute. Okay, so maybe take a look at it. Would you share something with us?
They used syrup from elm trees to make fires and for their houses.
So obviously they found that the syrup from the trees was flammable. You know what that word means? To make flames. You heard the word flame and flammable. Well done. So they found that out, and then they were able to use that to make fires.
And they planted crops of food.
Awesome. Kumar.
When they needed natural resources
Maybe a what?
and
Needs. Excellent. I tell you what, here's a big question for you. And if anyone in this group gets it right, we're going to give you high fives all the way around. Can you tell me an example of a natural resource? Yes, sir.
They used elm trees to make their houses.
Excellent. So wood or timber, trees are a natural resource. Well done. You have one?
I remember I said they put holes in the roofs to let the smoke escape from the house because they have indoor fire pits.
Yes. That's a feature of how they built their homes. I'm specifically looking for something that we find in nature that we can use.
Twigs and sticks.
Absolutely. Those are natural resources. Listen to the two words. Natural sounds like nature. Resource is something that we can use. Go ahead.
They found beaver skin to make beaver hats, and then they were very popular in Europe.
Yeah, that's what I said. Beaver hats were popular in
but
Well-
they sold them.
Well done. That's another natural resource. High fives all the way around. Or low fives. Come on, hands out. Here we go. Well done. Right. Now, we're going to finish up with you. Did you think about something you wanted to share with us? Go ahead, share it with us.
They made holes to create a frame.
Okay, frame for their house. The hole in the ground. Is that what you're saying? And then that became like the foundation for the house? Okay, we're going to work with it. It's a good sound practice. I don't know if the Iroquois did exactly that, but absolutely when you build a home, you do create a hole. Have you ever seen that? You ever seen a house get built? They dig a hole many times in the ground and they create a foundation. Think about that word, foundation. That means the bottom, the basis, it becomes the support for all the rest of the house. Now, one of the things that you have been working on, and today it's we, because I'm here, right? So one of the things that you have been working on is you've been reading about the Iroquois. You have been working with the book. Where is it? I got it. Right? This looks familiar to you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to read from it hopefully in a little while. You've been working with that textbook, and you've been using that text, right? That informational text and the informational textbook to really work on these three things. And I want you to take a look at it. First off, and I'm going to read it, and then I want you to repeat it with me. I can identify the main idea of informational text. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Here we go. I can identify the main idea of informational text. That's the one thing we've been doing. Here's the second one. I'll say it first. I will read it first, and then you do it with me. Sound like a plan there, Landon? Okay.
Sound like a plan.
Sound like a plan. Here we go. I'll say it. I can identify supporting details that support the main idea of informational text. Are you ready? Are you ready, Kumar?
Yes.
Here we go. I can identify supporting details that support the main idea of informational text. The third thing that you have been working on, and I will say it first, I can document what I learn about a topic by taking notes. Now obviously I know you could do that because that's what I asked you to do. You all looked in your notes and then you gave me good information back. Here we go, say it with me. I can document what I learn about a topic by taking notes. Now, using your fist to 5 protocol. We all know what that is?
Yeah.
Let me remind you. Fist means absolutely not, okay? 5 means yes, absolutely correct, or I really, really got it and understand it. And then of course there's 2, 3, 4, and then back to 5, meaning 2 would be kind of, I don't really understand it, or just a little bit. 3 means I kind of got it. 4 means, yeah, I really do have it. And then 5 is absolutely I got it. Using fist to 5. Ready? Here's the question. How fist, not fish, fist, F-I-S-T, not the fish, or minnows to whales for you, okay? You like how I did that? Okay. How well do you think you have learned these targets? So look at them again. I can identify the main idea of informational text. I can identify supporting details that support the main idea of informational text. I can document what I learn about a topic by taking notes. And there's no right or wrong on this. If you think you don't have it at all and it's still very foggy and unclear, just a little tiny minnow of an idea, or if you really think you got it, and I got this down, Dr. Russo, I get identifying the main idea. I could read something and I could say, that's what they're talking about. And then I could go ahead and find the details, saying, yes, those are the details of what they're talking about. And I could take notes on it. You're at a 5. You're at the whale end of the spectrum, right? So, here's the question.
I'm in the
Huh?
15 zone.
You're at off the charts, baby. Okay, so using that question, how well have you learned these 3 things? You ready? On 3, you're going to give me either a fist, I don't got it, or a 5, I totally have it, or something in between. Are you ready? Linda, you ready to do this?
Ready.
Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to do this? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
He's talking about all of them.
All of them.
How
Want
do
me
you
to do
feel
it again?
about all of those things?
You think you really got it? That's what you're telling me right now. You got 4. I see lots of 5s up. You guys are out here somewhere. Is that what you're telling me? Yes? Okay. We're going to find out. You put your hands down. All right. Now, this is what I'd like you to do.
You can put your
You
hand down.
completed,
I know.
you completed something that looks like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull out the one, find it in your, right, because we've done more than
Mhm.
one. Find the one that says grade 4, module 1, unit 2, lesson 4, topic expansion graphic organizer. Find that one, put it in front of you right now. I'll leave it right here so you can see it. You got it?
I have it.
You have it?
I don't see it.
You have it? You have it?
Yeah, I have it.
You have it. Okay. This is what you're going to do. You're going to match up, okay,
Yeah.
with a partner. The person sitting right next to you. You can make a group of 3. I think we're going to need, no, we have all pairs. We're good.
No,
Just
remember I
6.
told you, you guys are there.
So here's a pair. Here's a pair. Here's a pair. And we're going to do our think, pair, share. I want you, listen to me very carefully and look at me. Andrew, look at me. With your partner, decide between the two of you which graphic organizer you're going to look at. So you're either going to use his or you're going to use yours. Okay? Paying attention because the same thing's going to happen over here. And I want you to look at one of them and read through everything that's on there. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, and then after a few minutes of being able to decide whose graphic organizer you're going to use, you're going to then discuss it with each other, and then you're going to tell me about it in about 2 or 3 minutes. You ready to do that? You know what you have to do?
This is the one, right?
Do you know what you have to do?
Yeah.
I don't believe you right now. Somebody tell me what you have to do. You know, you know. I want to hear from you. What do you have to do?
With your partner, you have to decide who you're going to use, and then you're going to discuss what it all is and then tell it to me.
Awesome. Ready? You got 2 minutes. Get going. Done? Work together. You guys have to talk to each other. Decide whose graphic organizer you're going to use. You guys are doing a great job right here. Look at
Yes.
them. They're actually sharing. They're looking at each other's graphic
Yes.
organizer. They're deciding which one they're going to use. Right? Talk and decide who's going to use the graphic organizer. Okay, at this point you should have decided whose graphic organizer you're going to use. Now, once you've decided whose graphic organizer you're going to use, you're now going to look at that one graphic organizer, just read through it together and make sure you understand everything that's there, because I'm going to ask you about it. Did you decide who's you're going to use? You're going to use yours, Landon? Right, you're going to use his? Okay, so you can close up yours. Landon, share it. You guys are doing great, you're on your way. You guys are doing great, you're on your way. Landon, why don't you read it through with us? Okay, about another 30 seconds, guys and girl. Okay, we're good. I tell you what, boys, would you start us off? And who's going to talk about it? Kumar, go ahead. Tell us about your graphic organizer, Kumar.
Beaver hats were popular in Europe.
Okay, keep on going. I want you to read through the whole thing.
Hunted beaver to transport to make their nests.
Okay.
The Iroquois hunted beaver to trade the skins they could make shoes. They had to trade with the nation north and west towards the furs.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, Kumar. Which out of that entire graphic organizer, which one is the main idea of what you had read? You could help them out. You're together.
They had to trade.
Go ahead. Read that one.
The Iroquois hunted beaver to trade the skins they could make.
Yep. So the main idea of what you had read was that the Iroquois were hunting for beavers to trade with the French, right? And these were all your supporting details. You guys are up. You ready? Who's going to do the speaking for your pair? Sean is? Okay, Sean, start off with the main idea and then cover us, then tell us about the details that support that main idea.
The Iroquois hunted beaver to trade into the French so they could make hats.
Give us some details behind that main idea.
The
Go ahead, you have them right here. Go ahead.
beaver hats were popular in Europe.
Okay.
The Iroquois traded for metal knives, axes, needles, and pots.
Okay. One more?
They had to trade with nations north and west for the fur.
Fur. Yep. And then finally, what's your summative sentence or the final part that pulls it all together for yourself?
The Iroquois hunted beaver to trade for tools to make their lives easier.
Awesome. Now, Kumar, I don't want you to feel disappointed because you were the first one to go, and it's always hard going first. Okay. All right. Because I know you would probably do some things differently if I asked you again, right? So I don't want you to think negatively at all because you did an outstanding job and so did your partner. But it's always tough to go first. You guys did a good job. You obviously worked really hard. Now here's a question for you, Alexis. Now think about this. If we were to take the main idea, right, and you have a main idea here, those supporting details, and then that final sentence, what was most important, put it all together into one big block of text,
That's
right?
true.
Right, here we go. Let me do it right here. This is what I just said. Because you're going to go next, Alexis. You and Landon. Let's say this is a piece of paper. And here was my main idea, right? Then I had what? 3 supporting details. This is the main idea. I'm going to call it MI for main idea. Then supporting detail number 1. Here it is. Supporting detail number 2. Here it is. See, I'm just making believe I'm right. You got that? You with me on that? Okay. Supporting detail number 3. That's my sentence. And then finally, this sentence here, the last sentence, right? Goes right here, right? What was most important, that last one, if this was a block of text and I put all of those things together from your graphic organizer, what did I just make? And it starts with the letter P, and it's a part of writing.
Paragraph?
Well done. Did you get that?
Yes.
He beat you
I
to
was
the punch?
about to
Good thing
say
$1 million wasn't on the line there. You would have been a rich man right now. Next time, you just spit it right out. Okay, just say it.
Like,
Right?
Like a press.
That's a paragraph. So basically, your graphic organizer, you made a paragraph. Here you go. Who's reporting, Landon or Alexis?
I'm going to.
You're going to report for Landon? Whose graphic organizer are you using, Alexis? No, you have to use the Landon's graphic organizer because that's what you guys agreed to. Remember? There you go. Start off with the main idea, 3 supporting details, and then the final, what was most important, or that summative sentence, the wrap-up sentence, the one that tells the big story. Go ahead. Go through.
The Iroquois hunted beavers to trade into the French so they could make hats. Beaver hats were popular in Europe. The Iroquois traded for what does it say? Metal knives, axes, needles, and pots.
You're doing a great job considering you didn't write this. I'm very impressed with your reading. Go ahead.
They had to trade with nations for north, south, north and west for the furs. What was important to the
That's the final summative, the tie-in sentence for the paragraph.
The Iroquois hunted beaver to trade for tools to make their living, to make their lives easier.
Well done. Well done. Well done. Landon, you did a nice job with that. And you did a very good job reading his work.
Yeah,
I have to
because
say.
the reason I couldn't tell what it was.
Okay, quick review. Eyes up here. We talked about what a paragraph is, right?
Yeah.
We talked about a topic sentence, correct?
Yeah.
We talked about these supporting details. We didn't talk about it, but I'm going to say it now. These supporting details become your body of your paragraph. And then we talked about that last sentence, which is your conclusion or your summative sentence that ties it all together.
Or your importance. What does the S mean with the?
Supporting detail 1, supporting detail 2. Is that what you're talking about? I just gave the initials to what you have on the graphic organizer.
That's good.
Good afternoon. At this time,
Okay.
teachers, if you could please.
I'm going to stop at this
Messages that are
point.
being picked up by a parent
You did a great
and
job.
walkers.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for
Attention
your hard
family
work.
members.
Mrs. Popper's going to pick up on it tomorrow.
Absolutely.
45